Today, I'm going to show you the 10 best resistant band chest exercises for increasing your strength and getting a better physique. Are you guys ready? My name is Brent Kasmer. I've been doing this for 17 plus years. Super excited to show you how to do this in your backyard. I know we're all kind of restrained right now, and I don't know about getting bored yet, but there's lots of house projects. All right, so I had the last couple times I've hooked these bands onto a tree. And funny enough, I had somebody ask me in one of my comments, well, what happens if you don't have a tree? And I was like, really? But anyways, I got a fence here. So if you don't have a tree, you might have a fence. If you don't have a fence, we'll figure something else out for you, all right? So we're gonna start off and we're gonna hook this through this little loop here. Now, obviously I have this here as well. I can go around this fence. What I found out earlier, right before we turned on the camera, I hooked it on here and it slapped me in the back of the head, so I'm glad I didn't catch it on camera. So PEC Deck. What's a PEC Deck? So this is very similar to a chest fly. So we got PEC Deck, resistance band PEC Deck. So you got these on your forearms, and all we're doing is getting the blood flow to our chest. So if you want to, and you want to make this harder, all you have to do is walk forward further away from the fence, and as you get more warmed up, so if you're using this for an exercise to get warmed up and get the chest, pumped and get a little blood flow in there before you get into your main strength exercises, that's a great thing to do also. So this would be your resistance band PEC Deck. All right? So you got them on your forearms, near your elbows, and just squeezing your chest together. Now this is a really good one. This is one of my favorites. One of them. So this is a single arm PEC Deck. So this is good because it helps you to get control. You have your chest open, you have the band to the side here, and what you're trying to do is come across and get a good squeeze. And the good thing about doing it with one arm is you can go a little past your center part of your body, so you get a little extra squeeze. What you don't want to do is twist your body and turn this into an oblique exercise. So we're actually working on our chest here, so getting that good chest pump coming across the body, keeping your arm nice and straight and squeezing your chest, okay? So this is a single arm resistance band PEC Deck. So squeezing that right there. All right, so those are two great exercises to get started with because it increases that blood flow right to your chest. The next one we're going to do is the incline press using the resistance bands. So when doing an incline press, we're going to be leaning forward like this. So if you were normally leaning on a bench, you'd be leaning back at about a 45-degree angle, pressing the dumbbells or barbell straight up. So what you want to be doing is leaning forward, creating that same line, and coming up just like you had dumbbells. So coming up, and just like I was stating before, if you wanted to make it more challenging, you would just walk forward, further away from the fence, or the tree, or whatever you're using to hook into. I've also shared in prior videos too, to challenge yourself if you wanted to, and you're like, man, I'm a lot stronger than the bands I have, you would just double them up. So you would just put both bands in here, grab the one handle, you want to make sure that they're nice and equal. So you just kind of shake them around the fence or tree or whatever it is you're using, and you're just coming forward. Now you can see that resistance is a lot harder, and you're just pulling into that incline fly. So I have my feet staggered, so one foot in front of the other, body is at an angle, and just pressing forward. All right, so that's your incline chest press with resistance bands. Now the next one we're gonna do is just the chest press. Okay, chest press, banded chest press, you name it. So you're just trying to stay nice and tall, keeping your hands up, elbows You don't want your elbows flared up to the side because then it turns too much into a shoulder press, you know, because you're pressing more so with your shoulders where you're really trying to engage your chest. So you want your elbows just a little bit down, just like you would bench, and you're just pressing straight forward, but you're trying to keep yourself nice and tall using your pec major. And just straight forward. So the reason we're hitting the chest in all these different angles also, so you get the blood flow going with the pec deck. You know, you hit the incline press, so it hits the clavicle pectoral, so you're hitting the top part of your chest. This is your pec major, so when you're going up into a regular chest press, you're hitting pec major, and then up under also. So now we're gonna go to the decline press. So creating a decline press, there's a couple different ways. One would be hooking something tall and pressing straight down. Or you can hook into something low. So I would use like the bottom of the fence here, hooking into something low. And you're just going to create that angle just like you would, and just pressing down like so. So the biggest thing also is trying to get that distance away. So you're here, decline pressing, just like so. Squeezing that chest. Okay, it's your decline press. And while I'm in this position, I'm going to show you the pullover. So when you're doing a pullover, same thing. So you'll walk forward. I'm sure my back's nice and grassy now. Laying down. You just want to kind of, this is the best way to shape your chest. So nice rounded chest. So we're here, pulling up and pulling over. And just when you're exercising in general, you want to make sure you're feeling what you're working. So if you don't feel this in your chest and you're feeling it in your triceps, it's because you're turning it into a tricep exercise. So make sure you're okay, you're locked in, nice and tight, and you're just doing a pullover like so. Feeling your chest, getting that pump. So there's your pullover. All right. So we've got pec deck, single arm pec deck, decline press, incline press, all using bands, so banded or resistant bands. Another great one is a single arm chest press. So just like we were saying with the chest press, you're nice and tall, straightforward, but this is great because it pulls and it torques your body. So you have to use your core stability, core strength to hold yourself into position so you're getting both benefits of your core. It's nice, controlled, good tempo coming up and getting that. So see how I'm not twisting and throwing my arm into it. You know, I'm keeping myself nice and stabilized. We're doing the single arm chest press. Just like so. You would do the other side. And see how you can also change this. So say your band is too difficult for your one hand. The other way to do it is throw the handle through the actual band itself and then just cinch it into the fence or tree or whatever you're using. And same thing. Keeping your body nice and tall, straight, and just chest pressing it using the band. All right, so now we've got incline press, decline press, chest press, single arm chest press, pec deck, single arm pec deck. Man, you feel that chest getting pumped up already just thinking about it? That's why they're the 10 best exercises. All right, so I've saved the best for last. Here come some awesome ones. So we hit all 3 areas of the chest. Next three, I'll save the best one for last for sure. We have the isometric hold. Everybody know what an isometric hold is? So isometric hold is when you stick and hold a position. So there's two ways to get into this. So you can walk forward, pressing it out and holding it. Okay? Another way is to walk forward while holding it out until you can't walk anymore. And it's increasing that resistance, and you can feel it kind of pulling on my arms. It's getting harder. I feel like I'm about to run over the camera person. And just hold it tight until it slingshots you back. So you got your isometric hold, isometric chest press, and we have the pulsing chest press. So it's when you get out here like this, and you're just kind of pulsing it. These are ones that you would do either at the end of your workout. So just to get that last little bit of pump to that muscle. And what do you think the best one is for last? This is a great one. People love doing this at the gym. So this is your drop set. Okay? So how do you do a drop set with a band? Let's think about it. All right? So you would take it to its hardest point. So you would take this band out to the hardest point. So you're going to walk forward. I'm going to run over the camera person again. And you're going to get a couple presses at that peak point where it's super difficult. You start to lose your form and you can't do anymore. Take a step back. All right. Now I can get a few more presses in. So it's a great way to end the workout. If you're trying to get a great chest workout and you want to end it with on a strong note, hitting that drop set. So start furthest away from the, wherever you're hooked into, get a couple presses in, take a couple steps back, do some more, take another step back, do some more. It's a great way to finish a workout. And you can use these in the gym also as a finish movement. So it's a great way to do it. So if you guys have been watching, these are the 10 best resistant band chest exercises for getting stronger and a better physique. All right, again, my name is Brent Kasmer. I've been doing it for 17 plus years. Super excited to bring this stuff to you. So hopefully you guys like it, thumbs it up, share it, do all the things you gotta do with these videos, all right? See you in the next one.